Oh, they're like, oh, it's happening now. Oh, good. Okay, I guess we'll speed up that whole, yeah. Okay.
I am Smoggles and I'm not a robot. I'm a normal guy with normal thoughts. I am Smoggles and I'm just like you. There's no reason to believe I'm anything else. Totally do.
Hello, everyone. I'm Smoggles. I'm not a robot, and I had a bit of a. Oh man, everything's flooding back. I had a bit of a existential crisis on what it means to be uh, a robot, if that was something I was worried about. But yeah, we took care of the hunter, so you can see the hunter is no longer tracking us. Um, on the other hand, there was a thing of like, hey, is this hunter in pain? Or as we just basically gave it a logical feedback loop. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. We're kind of trying to not think about that too much as we continue our way through here. So, here's what we have. We have build a home, which is getting enough scrap to go take over that little apartment complex. There's Crack Conway, which is doing the thing with Feng, and that I have to like. The camera seems to be off. Or is that just? There, that's better. And you turn a little like that. Just thought I had it. Yeah, that seems right. We'll find out. So, the moment that I start the thing with Fang, I have to like commit to it. So I should be fully stocked up on energy. I need to be like really set to go. Now I'll get my tracker disabled. And Kita, the mercenary, wants me to find the crewmate who betrayed her. Ish and Peak wants helps gathering supplies. Bring mushrooms. Okay. Emperor Emphis Griol caps, which is for R. Talaspores. No. Griol caps is for Emphis. Bar is for Talaspores. Help complete the side rail horizon, right? And work for as a Yadigan, sir. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I also want to see what else is on the pre-spoke. I am making good money. Right. At Caster's table, if I have Yadigan data. If I have Yadigan data, I can get a vial of stabilizer. I'm sure I can find Yadigan data. Yeah, there we go. Might as well get this considering I'm a great hacker and I no longer have someone after me. It's almost weird and sad to not have the hunter after me anymore. I'll get over it, don't worry. But it does feel weird. Okay. Okay, I have 2 more. Interface 2 means just having that 4 is gonna be enough to get me the energy I need, or get the progress I need. But if I do patrol the ward, I'll probably get a bonus of energy, so and I won't have to pay money for food. So let's do that. Continue with my Yadigan Insider perk. Is there scrap being sold anywhere? No, those crossings are about to get stuff. You can get a random item by stealing, but I want to get a random scrap item. I don't want a random like item. Let's make some more money. It's gonna take so long, even if I am devoting one die to each one. Let's focus on, are there any other blocks I'm running? I know I'm gonna have Ethan do whatever Ethan wants to do. No? Okay, let's get the spoke explored. You know what? I'll wait until I get a 5 or a 6 because I get a guaranteed 6 on this, and it'll continue. Perfect. I got even more money out of that. Okay. Yeah, things are going well. I was about to say I didn't know if there was an actual benefit for me getting the, oh, those are good numbers. For me getting the, It's me? Ethan smiles a ragged smile. No. You look at him. He's paler than usual, hunched. He's sporting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. That's no way to greet an old friend. Friend? Well, he pauses. Colleague? This is big. Really big stuff. About you. He seems more jittery than usual. On edge. You remember now how SNR canceled the contract on you? Contract I was going to collect? I remember. I'm guessing you were pretty happy about that shit. Overjoyed. Me? I lost everything. But let's not worry about that. He smiles sarcastically. And so what did you think? That was it? Stay silent. Well, it was. Except Ethan leaves a dramatic pause. What if SNR gave the bounty to someone else? Someone who is even more of a shithead than yours truly. He smiles darkly. What a disaster that would be. Who? Ethan grins. That's the question, isn't it? Ethan fishes around his pocket for a slip of paper. I've been speaking to some friends, you see. Some colleagues. About what went down, and turns out SNR canceled all their bounty contracts. The whole lot. Seems they've brought someone in-house. Someone who did so well on their last contract, they got offered a job. He leans in. Apparently, he made a hit on this ship called the Winter Wonderland or something. I know that ship. That did not go well. It was smuggling sleepers from out under SNR's big corporate nose. He killed the crew and blew the ship. Whistles. They called him Hemwick or Maywick or something. He gives up looking for paper. I forget. You mean Winterlight? That's it. So you know all about this. He pats you on the shoulder. Then you'll be very happy to hear what I'm about to offer you. Ethan runs his hand through his greasy hair. Given this new information I've brought to light, it seems that you are in need of protection. Okay. Wait for the pitch. I, meanwhile, am in need of assistance in kind. It turns out I upset some people at the compressor the last time we were there, the owners, and they say they'll space me unless I work off the debt. Seems that they are that kind of businessman. Grimaces. Pay them, but he shrugs, turns his jacket pockets inside out in a mime of poverty. He looks pitiful, even more so for his clownish acting. I don't need you. Should be glad, the anger rising in him now, that I came here and told you this. You think anyone is looking out for you? You're a contract, a name on a list. He kicks the wall. Ethan rubs his temples. I'm sorry, he hisses. Sorry for being a shit and trying to kill you and whacking that thick skull of yours. Sighs. You think I want to go up against this guy? But us, he jabs a finger between the two of you, we don't have a choice. So keep me from getting killed, and I'll do the same for you. We can help each other. Straight 50-50 deal. He looks at you. I'm not asking for a favor. Fine. Ethan smiles. He looks like shit warmed up. Just... He pauses. Think about Maywick. Think about the cold-eyed SNR shit on his way here from the core systems. He smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Ethan swaggers off down the corridor, throwing his jacket over his shoulder. Can't wait to be working with you, he shouts. Okay, so now what does he want me to do? Work in the compressor. Okay, so work in the back or work in the front. Basically pay off his debt. Okay. Okay. Oh, and I'm working out the debt and I'm getting no money out of it. Oh, oh, good. Yay. I'm so freaking happy. Okay, let's get some Yatagan agent stuff. The music continues to be a baller. And... Alright. File stabilizer, and we're good. Sweet. Okay. Jeez, it's gonna take so long. Okay. Use the 6, working in the front. Just get this done. I just want this done as quickly as possible. That's a lot of debt, but I do need to do something. As Yatagan enforcer. Right, energy goes way up. Awesome. And I'm now... Probably makes sense to just go back to the compressor. Work off that 6. I do not have anything else in that field. Okay, I can do two more rounds of just 4 die, and then go from there. Okay, so side rail bridge still working on. Compressor bar, Rabia's office, and the free smoke. And then, ooh, is there scrap I can buy? Some scrap. There we go. And I think, let me see how much scrap I need. Need 4 scrap in total. Feel like I'll be able to get handled. Oh right, I'm don't need a ship mine. I don't need a ship mined part. Oh, and I got 30 cryo from that. That's good. All right. Okay, I'm very glad I checked that before going in. Okay. Okay, 2 more cycles. And then after the one where I have 3 dice, I will take my meds. Ethan says Mavic is on your way. Oh! You'll need to leave the station, get protection to disable your tracker before they arrive. Oh! Oh, they're like, oh, it's happening now. Oh, good. Okay, I guess we'll speed up that whole yeah. Okay, we'll speed things up regarding Feng. Yes, yeah. We'll speed things up regarding Feng because Feng will get us. Oh, and we should probably get scrap. Man, remember when I sold a bunch of scrap? And I was like, this is a good idea. Where are other ways I can get scrap? I could try doing some stealing. Let's Oh, that rerolls all of them. But that's fine because the one's gone now. So that's good. Let me think. The things that need to get done are the tracker needs to get removed, or I need to focus on my work on getting the side rail horizon done, or do Ankita's mission. Although I feel like Feng is gonna get me gone. Because I don't know where Ankita's person is. Okay. I'm gonna focus on getting Feng's stuff. Okay. Although if I disable the tracker, I also need to move apartments. That's done. Let's do Via's office. Scrap components from collecting tithes. There we go. I said scrap components from collecting toys. Okay, well, there goes that idea. Guess enter the spoke. Yeah. Great, and my condition went down. All right. Well, we are definitely taking that vial. We are going for it. We are getting the tracker from Feng, and we're going. It's happening. Faster than I expected, but here we go. Okay. I have time, but if I'm able to get the tracker done before that, that's a problem. Although I guess we'll see how everything's working there. All right. Whoo! 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 Greenway Gate. Insert, Conway access. I got there eventually. All right, everyone. We're going. It's happening. As you slot the worm, a thread jumps out of the facility, unspools in front of you, releasing its data like ink in water. Sleeper, Feng's voice crackles through. Moving in. Nodes, then ports. A whir of interference. Slot the worms. Timer starts now. Stay safe. Thread dissipates. You are on your own now. Okay. Consec F1. Listening security. Must be struggling to get through. Great. Let's put a 1 in there. Bypass that. This is using all of my strengths. Perfect. Okay. Just gonna check. Okay. Great, great. I'm doing fine. Both S layer nodes need to be extracted before the port can be open. Is there time? There is so much time. Especially since I don't have the hunter chasing me. Everything's going very well. Right, second layer. Layer X unlocked. Okay, not gonna be able to get all these done, but... Okay, here's a thought. The timer is for 6 cycles. I just need to get 1 more. And that's 3 nodes. I think it might be good for us. Just go for it. Just get all of them. Just get as many as possible. Okay. Okay. All right. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, go back to sleep. And I had plenty of energy, which also I forgot to think about. Okay. Um. No, I don't need to ship my. I just need regular scrap. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's not the focus right now. And Ripper Worm. Thread for the facility cuts through the cloud like a hairline crack of light. That's it. That's a finer layer of security broken. Somewhere buried deep within the depths of the station, Feng is in control. He's slicing into the camera control circuits and piping out the result. Thread flickers and unravels into an image, a scene. Two figures in a room, one sat, the other pacing. Pacing figure resolves into Hardin, the unmistakable superior posture, the shock of gray hair. The second figure's features don't seem to resolve. They are vague, unformed. A problem with the data, perhaps? You look closer, and you see it. Figure is a proxy. Perhaps you should have expected it from Conway, a corporation whose very existence is owed to automation. The proxy is a machine designed to be piloted by a remote connection. Someone elsewhere in the system puppeteering it with their own bodies, speaking so it may speak. The proxy sits impassively, or the Conway executive that is piloting them does, from the distant safety of some ship or orbital colony, perhaps. We can move forward, there is no doubt, Hardin is saying. The reclamation teams are almost ready, and after that I will make the declaration. Nothing has to change. The proxy leans forward, its movement stilted, uneven, as if its body was being refracted through water. But things must change, Hardin. We need further assurances. I have been informed of a breach of one of the closed networks in the low end. You have been careless. Hardin waved the accusation away. We have been stretched. A breach was detected, yes, but no data of value was lost. Board is concerned, Hardin. A drop in our value will be unwelcome at this time. The proxy leans back, its posture dominant. The reclamation of AU-1 is contested, then we could be drawn into a compromising legal position. Hardin approaches the proxy. There will be no contest. Not from Solheim, who cannot muster a defense. Not from Havenage, who will fall into line below me. He crouches in front of the seated figure, eye to eye. And the people of this station? The refugees, gangs, spacers, all either opportunists or degenerates. Havenage is no longer strong, no longer united. No one here believes in Erlin's vision, nor has the strength to enact it. I sat across from him at the negotiating table. He was forceful, eager, weakened by his ideological convictions perhaps, but a great man nonetheless. This place no longer deserves to bear his name. The eye is crippled, cannot survive. It is a ruin filled with squatters and outlaws. They would be lucky if it spins in 100 cycles. Hardin stands. You will move forward with the reclamation, because otherwise you will lose your advantage in the system. Without your advantage, you will lose claims on the remaining palladium. Without the palladium, your factories will go dark. He pauses. Do I need to continue? One moment. comes a response from the proxy, and its head drops to its chest. Hardin steps back and paces once more, awaiting discussion to take place elsewhere in the system. You watch Hardin as he paces, as he considers his future. What goes on within a mind like that? In the mind of a man who would burn all those around him for a path to some imagined golden end? Proxy lifts his head. We are happy to proceed. We will legally claim the station, formerly known as Solheim AE1, as salvage within 6 cycles. Avanages to assist with the transport of illegal residents to Conway housing and labor facilities. A proxy judders to its feet. Conway will also claim 30% of the raw output of the reclamation process after losses have been accounted for. Hardin nods. I accept. Proxy reaches out to shake his hand like a marionette, and then the recording loops. Watch it play out a second time. Gripped by a horrified fascination. There is a bluntness to the conversation, to its blatant disregard for humans as anything other than objects. Things to be moved, to be used, to be fed into structures crushed, and losses accounted for in the cells of tables, the margins of ledgers. Realize now that you are no different than anyone else on his station in the eyes of the people in that room. Those like them. Each body here can be recast as a piece of property, a tool, an expense, an acceptable loss. One moment they can be named a citizen, celebrated, protected, and in another, very idea of citizenship can be used against them. That is what it means to live in the proximity to a system like this. No longer. Not while the eye spins. Gather the recording, pack it into a polygon of purest light, and then you drift down into the service dock like a falling leaf, finding the relay. Only takes a second to place the polygon of data, that recording, into the relay system Feng prepared. When you watch as it bursts out, web of threads heading out into the black, into every networked device on the eye. Let them see what power makes of a man. Gonna give myself all the Intuit. I'm not ready yet. That's everything? Dang, I'm so happy we did a revolution. But also, okay. The building is chaotic, most of it is in total lockdown. No one will give you a straight answer about Feng or Hardin. Okay, it looks like that is gonna have to wait 2 cycles and then I'll see. Meantime, let's get some stuff done. Let's keep this 6 and then Presser Club. These good, those are good rolls. Right, and I'm fully adding an insider now. This time you meet inside Rabia's office. Although now you've seen it, office seems like the wrong term. You find her stood in an almost bare, shadowy unit. Midway through a sequence of stretches, there are 2 low stools and a terminal in the corner, but it seems that most of the space is taken up by a heavy punching bag, rubber matting, and a stack of weights. When Rabia turns to greet you, you realize she is missing an arm. The prosthetic she usually wears is set in a cradle near the terminal, a web of colored wires running into it. Updates, says, noticing you looking where her artificial arm usually is. Nothing to worry yourself with. Of course. Sit, says Rabia, gesturing to the 2 diminutive stools. You both settle on the stools, Rabia crossing her legs on top and sitting straight backed. Gia told me you've been doing the rounds, collecting tithes, patrolling the ward. He smiles. Some of the enforcers are impressed, and I hear you handled a few difficult circumstances. Nicely done. Wanted to see for myself. You raise a nice eyebrow. See what for yourself? I can trust you. I see. Rabia flexes her neck from side to side. And the conclusion? Honestly, haven't thought about it, so I guess I'm still deciding. Still deciding. Well, Sleeper, Rabia says teasingly, please keep us updated on any progress. He smiles a thin smile. Joking aside, I know that for you, life on the Eye has been a struggle, but I hope we can do something about that from here onwards. Though some of our members may not see it this way, I know you too are a refugee. He looks at you solemnly. That is why you have come to us? Enough, Rabia. Sabine's... Oh, God. Enough, Rabia. Sabine's voice cuts through the conversation. I am tired of listening to your affected nobility. They cross the room, Rabia's baton in their hand, the end lit with sparking electricity. Rabia looks between the 2 of you. I suppose this ambush was another cooperation between you 2. She looks strangely unfazed. Oh no! Ah, I have to make a decision. I mean, Sabine got me, saved me. Sabine saved me, but also they are part of SNRP, and I don't know if I can trust them because they suddenly decided to leave when I, yeah, I'm gonna regret this. I was hoping there would be a peaceful solution. Yes. Rabia smiles as Sabine moves closer with sudden intent. Sabine reaches Rabia as she rises and whip the baton and turn around to meet her throat. Both freeze, Sabine holding the baton, the end shaking a little, and Rabia fixed in place with it in front of it, leaning away from its sparking tip. Stop! Why should I? Shh. Why should I? She believes she holds power over both of us. Sabine holds steady. Now I can finally show her she does not. Your death with his Yannick, Rabia stutters. Don't be a fool. This crusade will be your end. Sabine grits their teeth, and for a moment you think they are about to touch the baton to Rabia's exposed throat. But slowly, deliberately, they press the tip downward, forcing Rabia to recoil back onto the stool. Sabine drops their arm to their side but has not turned the baton off. Sabine, tell her. They both look at you, each still catching their breath as if they had forgotten about your presence. What's the point? Sabine breathes heavily. She refuses to listen to criticism of the great Hackening project. Rabia collects herself. Speak. She folds her arms and waits to be convinced. Sabine takes a deep breath, organizing their thoughts. They go to start, pause, then decide on another approach. Eventually they say it. Yannick is a traitor. Rabia immediately flinches. Her eyes going to her prosthetic arm, her muscles clenching. She rides it out, more eager to prove Sabine wrong than she is to hurt them. At least for now. When I came here from Essenarp, they glance at you, gauging your reaction. It was Yannick who was one of the first to support me, to look after me. I should have known then, but I was naive and afraid. Sabine turns to you. Sleeper, they take a breath. I know that I should have told you I work for Essenarp long ago, but I thought you abandoned me, and you are my final friend. What you should know is that I left Essenarp because I was running for my life. I leaked documents on the Sleeper program, on the illegal and moral practices it relied on, to the press. Essenarp wanted me dead. I fled as far as I could to this refuge at the edge of surrogate systems. Sabine stops to collect himself. What does that have to do with Yannick? Ruby interrupts. The Sleeper knows you are Essenarp. I told them. And while you hide beneath the cover of being whistleblower, you and I both know you worked on the Sleeper program. Yannick told me as much. Sabine's face falls. It is true. They glance at you, then away, ashamed. They lift their head. But it is Yannick, not me, who is in the pocket of Essenarp. Rabia flinches again. I can prove it. He made some kind of deal to keep me here, to tie me up in debt, to lock me away. In exchange... Rabia slams her hand on the desk. Just tell us, for God's sakes. In exchange for those. Sabine finishes, nodding towards Rabia's prosthetic arm in its cradle. He has been using Yadigan enforcers, using you as test subjects for Essenarp technology. I have the data to prove it. He has been bringing them under the guise of stolen shipments and having me fit them, knowing each one is capturing data and sending it back to its makers. Rabia's fixed expression started to fade. Sabine produces a slate. It's all here. Thousands of hours of usage data, failure rates, error dumps. These are untested implants, Rabia. They could short out, fail, cause cascading failures across a person's body. And they have. Sabine suddenly looks incredibly tired. I thought the error rate in the units was down to them being stolen or modified. I have tried to fix hundreds of failures in my time here. Not all of them. They stop, unable to continue. Rabia closes her eyes, breathes in. Then she opens them again. She holds out a hand to Sabine. Show me, says. Later, much later, when you leave, Sabine is still taking Rabia through the manifests and usage data. Both of them crowded around the terminal as Sabine leads Rabia through each layer of Yannick's betrayal. As you leave, Sabine catches your eye and something passes between you, something like a thank you or a sorry or some other expression that communicates both sadness and hope. That's another drive complete. Bia and Sabine are going to be working together. Now I will become... Ooh, wait. What if I actually give myself ending... yeah. Give myself more than a couple things that I can be good at. Good at engage as well. I have one more. Let's keep exploring the spoke. All right. Wow, lockout done. Ooh, I didn't know we were gonna go into Feng's story right then and there, but we did, and it happened. It all worked, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. like and subscribe if you haven't already. Oh boy. The also last episode was early access corner, bringing that series back. So if you have early access games that you would like to recommend, please put them in the comments of those videos. I want to get all the games that are early access out there, so want to be able to recommend and play those games for you. So that's everything else. I just want to take a second to process all that information. Thank you so much for watching. Continue to make good choices, and I will see you the next one. Goodbye!